Alright everybody, hello, and welcome to a brand new game that I'm going to be playing called Major Minor, and as you can see, yes, it is full of furries. Just want that to be clear. This is a warning to all that don't want to see me play and don't like furries. So if you don't want to watch it, that's totally cool. So, I guess you could say viewer discretion is advised. I mean, I don't care. Okay. So, let's keep going. We must ensure that you aren't forgotten. Okay, so Taylor. It has a nice ring to it. I'm not Taylor. I'm sure you'll be remembered. My name, you ask? I'm afraid that's not important. No one will remember me after this. Your presence here portends a grand fate, not just for you, but the universe too. That is the purpose of those who come here. Why did it say Taylor? Okay? To that end, what else do they call you? Your surname is just as important. Out of curiosity, I must know. Taylor Area. No! Very well, the pleasure is mine. No, I'm not named Taylor! Me giving your name, the deed is done. Your service to me in the Ark is pledged. But I'm not Taylor! But do not worry, you are not a slave. Your service rewards you with a power, something that most would kill to achieve. Others must bend the rules to the rules of the world, but for you, the opposite rings true. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. When you make a choice, reality will bend. Your every whim will fall to your lap. The universe now accommodates you. This is the power granted you by the Ark. This is the power granted to you by me. Oh, it appears that you're fading away. Do you long to return Earth? I understand. There is a fear in the unknown. I will find you again soon, and perhaps then we could talk a little more. Don't be scared, Taylor. I am not Taylor. Please. You are a nice guy, but I'm not Taylor. God. I mean no harm. Bye-bye. Would you like to save your game? I guess. File 1? Bullet train. Okay, so now we're on a train. I feel a rush of speed as I'm shot back into my body. It was almost as if my spirit momentarily left me. Who was that man? And just what was the Ark? I scratched my head in a state of sheer confusion. It definitely wasn't a dream. I know that for sure. When you wake up from a dream, you know it wasn't real. You laugh it off, continue on with your life. That's not the sensation I was feeling right now. I try to ground myself into reality, taking my surroundings, the noises, and the people. I focus my destination, Tokyo, Japan. I feel myself calm down slowly but surely. The anxiety starts to replace itself with excitement, though many would argue what the difference is. Who didn't dream of going to Tokyo in their lifetime? It had to be on the bucket list of a million people. And it was the first of the many places I'd visit. Oh, what would surely be the best year of my life. I sit there holding the armrest with a fierce grip. It wouldn't be long until I figured out how wrong I was. Chapter 1. The Calm Before the Storm. Okay. So, this is Chapter 1. I tried my best to maintain my composure. A can of Pop Star held firmly in my grasp. I wasn't the one to drink energy drinks so leisurely, but I picked up what you might call an addiction. For a little bit more context, I'll say this. Pop Star was the leading brand of energy drink. In fact, it was almost as popular as soda. It had a full endorsement from a famous pop idol. A contest was held to coincide with this idol's new tour. 2 special cans were then thrown into the wild. Those that found them got to travel with the tour, almost like a golden ticket from old childhood stories. The contest made the drink skyrocket in popularity. It took the world by storm, a cultural phenomenon. The chance to live a life of luxury was hard to pass up. In case you didn't know, the name of the idol was Clace. So when I say I picked up something of an addiction, they might be actually be the understatement of the year. The odds of winning were literally in the billions, so it took a fair amount of chugging in order to win. I asked myself if it was worth it, but that's subjective. At least that's what I told myself in between jitters. Being one of the lucky two came with its consequences. That's what the media called the prospective winners. Before I can continue thinking, I'm interrupted. Someone's walking down the aisle, has a nasty fall. They brace themselves decent. Their descent and land. Man, I can't say anything. God, excuse my pronunciations. And land on the seat beside me. That takes a special kind of skill, doesn't it? He quickly rises to his feet, wearing a look of panic. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I nod my head. It's not the end of the world. Aside from a minor frighten, everything's fine. Although maybe we could talk to pass the time. It was starting to get boring sitting by myself. First time on a train. Don't know what came over me. I just got dizzy and bam! Sounds like someone has a case of vertigo. I apologize again. Sorry for intruding. I really am. I try explaining to him that everything's fine, but he seems to think he committed an awful crime. Your choices will affect the way you are treated. Before he can respond, however, an alarm sounds loudly. The train comes to a screeching halt. They also can change the flow of the story. Mechanical failure? That's not good. Oh no, what was that? Remember, it is not possible to please everyone. Oh no, what was that? Are we going to die? I can't help but snicker at that. He's clearly one of those catastrophic thinkers. Good thing I brought a conch. Now I can be in power if we're stranded. He goes to rummage through his bag. Bit of a bookworm too, isn't he? I decided to just sit back and wait it out. In situations like this, there was nothing else to do. I tried to think of how I could pass the time. Might be a while until we're mobile again. I can't use my phone for anything other than text. The data charges while abroad were a death sentence. But everyone back at home would already be asleep. There was quite the time difference at play here. My phone vibrates and I go to look at it, almost as if I knew what I was thinking about. Are you almost there? I can't wait all day, you know. It's Rook, the man I'm meeting at the train station. He's wondering where I am, and I'm not sure what to say. Should I play it cool, or let him know that we stalled? This is I like this. This is cool. This game's actually not bad. Alright, so I have the choice to say I'm not much longer now, so I can play it cool. Or I can say I can't say for sure. So, do we want to take the cool way out, or do I want to take the truthful way? Well, it never hurts to tell the truth, so I'm going to say I can't say for sure. Rook did not like your response. I chose to be honest with him. Wouldn't want to get things off to a bad start. Uncertainty. My least favorite thing to hear. Very well. But somehow I feel that's exactly what happened. His reply signals a feeling of discontent. But there was nothing I could do. And of course, I was truthful. I could rest easy. I noticed that the squirrel is also eagerly texting away. I put my phone back in the pocket and reclined on my seat. I wasn't exactly sure how Rook was related to Clace, but he had to be pretty high up there. I was only given discrete details last week. I thought there would be limos and media coverage, but I was quickly told this wasn't the case. I was getting picked up by a regular guy named Rook. I wondered if he would go go full-on cliche with a large piece of cardboard that says Taylor. My name is not Taylor. Ah! Oh man, I really hope we'll be okay. My train rides are usually incident-free. Usually. But he said that this was his first time. He seems to contradict himself without realizing it. Well, as fun as awkward silences are, we should probably get to know each other, just in case we're stuck here forever. Oh, how fun that would be. You can call me Kyla. He's like, okay. I'm here to... Well, I'm here to see some friends. What about you? What brings you to Tokyo? It's nice to meet another English speaker. I only speak Japanese at a preschool level. I'm about to answer, but I stopped myself short. I have flashbacks to when I signed that NDA. I wasn't allowed to publicly reveal why I was here. At least, not until the media made it official. But then again, what harm could it do? It'll likely never find itself back to me. Plus, Kyla could be impressed with who I really am. A friend would be a great thing to have while abroad. Some choices don't have immediate consequences. Should I tell him, or keep it a secret for now? Well, me being the good boy here, or the nice guy, and keeping stuff to myself, I'm gonna say, sorry, I can't say why I'm here. I decided to stick to the morals and not break the NDA. It was probably for the best. Who wants a lawsuit? If I did let out my secret and word got back to Rook, well, I'm sure there would be hell to pay. Okay, yeah. Basically, viewer discretion is advised. Oh, you can't say? That's cool, I guess. I'm just here to visit my brother. Nothing to hide on my end, really. I thought he said he was here to meet some friends. Now he's here to meet his brother? That seems odd. Nothing to hide, huh? I feel bad that I can't tell him. He clearly realizes that I'm hiding something. I'm still really excited. It's my first time in Tokyo. Gotta hit up all the maid cafes. Okay, I'm sort of played a preview of a game. I'm gonna say I played a demo of it, like the first chapter. And what a maid cafe, I'm not gonna spoil it. What a maid cafe is, you guys are just gonna have to watch the video and see what happens. Of course, typical tourist. What about you? Would you ever go to a maid cafe? I heard they're just the best. Maid cafes. Those were much like the restaurants in Western culture. However, your waitress actually stays at your table. You converse with them, play games, get to know them. It was definitely a foreign concept to me. How do I respond to Kyla? This choice will affect the flow of the story. I would love to go to one. Kyla liked your answer. Sweet. Cool. We'll have to keep in touch. I looked online on all the tourist sites. There's some great ones down in Akihabara. Sorry if I can't pronounce it. Before I continue talking, the train moves again, and the passengers are shaken up by the sudden movement. Keela beams a wide smile, as if this was a major victory. Wow, I was scared for nothing. That didn't really last long at all. He sure seems like quite the character. If we did end up going to those maid cafes, well, there'd be no shortage of entertainment. I wonder if the same could be said of Rook. More importantly, I wonder how he'd treat me. He certainly seemed like an interesting guy. For a moment, I'm glad I didn't break my NDA. I don't think I would have been able to face him if I did. I find it odd, and I'm analyzing my previous actions, as if I could have changed what I said and what I did. Perhaps it is because of that weird vision I had. I control my own destiny or something like that. What a ridiculous thing to comprehend. If I could control my destiny, I wouldn't be here. I'm probably living the life of luxury. But there's no use thinking like that, so I stop. At that exact moment, a pain attacks my chest. More pain than I ever felt before. It pulses with my increasingly fast heartbeat. I go to clutch my gut instinctively, only to find out that I can't move. Everyone around me seemed to be frozen in place. I start to panic. A I go to focus on my breathing like before, but I can't breathe either. I sense someone behind me, and then I feel it. That hand on my shoulder again. Hey, what's up, buddy? I'm gonna call him Axel, okay? The pain fades away, and I gasp loudly for air. Is there something about his touch? Terribly sorry for earlier. Our meeting seemed to have been cut short. Perhaps you desire to return to Earth. After all, the universe bends to you now. Am I that frightening? Either way, I sense conflict within you. You think what happened earlier was a dream. You're a dream, buddy. God, those eyes are just... Wow, I could stare at them forever. And yet now, your dream stands before you. I am real. The Ark is real. And the power that you have? Well, yes, it's real too. I like his clothes. Where did he get it? I don't wear stuff like that. I am not here to lecture you anymore. Your words and actions are your own, as is the power I have given you. However, you will be asked to help me. You are not receiving this power for free, but I will let you run free for today. When I see you again tonight, I will tell you everything, and then your journey will begin. Would you like to save your game? Yes. Yes, I would. I didn't save it at file 4. I saved it at file 1. Okay. I was immediately shot back into my own reality. Or at least the reality I was comfortable with. But now I know one thing's for sure. That really happened. The Ark wasn't just a dream. He actually gave me some sort of power. I have no idea what to think right now. The confusion inside me intensifies. It's like a million voices are frightening in my head, trying to make sense of everything that happened. Ah, you're Skyla. Hey, are you coming? Kyla stands before me, his luggage in tow. I notice that I'm also standing up. It appears that my body has moved on its own, almost like something momentarily took it over. Ooh, that's creepy. Did I say something wrong? Gosh, I need to watch my mouth. I tell him that he did nothing wrong. I let him know I was lost in my own train of thought. Pun count, number 1. He seems to giggle, as if it was a pun. There you go again, Taylor. I decide to take the credit for it. Perhaps in my attempt to ease my inner turmoil. At least he'd waited for me, or he'd be clueless right now. That's the last thing I want to be. Alone and confused in Tokyo. Bad combination. I apologize for the delay as we exit the train. Fright looms over me for the rest of the day. Whatever happened tonight would change everything. And we exit the train. The bullet train, right? That's what it's called, the bullet train. So now we're actually going to be earlier that day in the courtroom of Terra. So I guess now we switched. A planet far from Earth, yet closer than was known to any. Okay, I guess we're in a courtroom now. Cool, we're gonna be some Phoenix Wright up in this? Ladies and gentlemen, without further delay, I present to you Lord Player, your current leader in the race for mayor, and with that, your future king. I have been his humble servant for years, and through that I am certain of one thing: he will bring Terra to the age of prosperity. He's a tiger. Lord Player. Come now, Riley. You embarrass me. I rather speak for myself. I'm flattered, but they need to hear me. I shall speak of this prosperity on my own. This is something every Terrian must hear. Under our current king, we are doomed. Forgive me, Lord Player. I did not mean to embarrass you. Not in front of all these people. I mean you no quarrel, Riley. Have a seat. I'll call you as needed. Yes, my lord. Allow me to ask you all a question. You do not need to answer vocally. Just ponder on it as a food for thought. If I may paint an image in your minds, you have a starving family. Your only desire is to feed them. You work harder than you ever have before, but you only have enough to feed half. The rest of your family will simply starve. Though before you can eat, there's a knock, a violent rapping on the door of your home. You learn that it is someone new to Terra. They fled the destruction of their home. All they want is a new life on our soil. They beg for your food, almost dying. But if you feed them, your family suffers. And in this case, charity is a curse. They live and your family may die. So what would you do? Would you help a stranger, even if it goes on to hurt your own family? I believe I know what your answer is. Why would I let my family die? Why would I give a stranger my food? I do not blame you if this is your answer. You work so hard for the sustenance. Why are you expected to just give it away? Why is Terra expected to give it away? This is the portrait painted of our world, a place to be taken advantage of, used. We can barely sustain ourselves, yet we need to care for these immigrants. Ooh, AP Human coming up. Yeah, high school. Okay, I'm done ranting. Your current king is making fatal mistakes. He gives everything away freely, and he calls himself the immortal king. If he truly lived for several millennia, well, you think he had common sense, something Terra has been lacking as of late. Every immigrant we accept, they're another stroke on our canvas, one that paints us as lax and lazy. The more we accept into our world, the more we condemn ourselves to accept. This is the power of that word of mouth. At this rate, we will all die. Regardless of our origins, we will starve. I wanted a strict immigration law, but even this would not help us. You do not allow a disease to run rampant. We need to cure this blight permanently. A vote for player would give us service, a disconnect from all the other worlds. No longer will they be able to use us. If elected, I will devote my life to this. I will ensure Terra's independence and our base right to live fulfilling lives. Only then we will be free from immigration. Only then will our resources be our own. That is all. Will there be any questions? Wow. I give him a wow. Good public speech, bro. Ooh, the she. Wow, like I said, this game is amazing. The art on this is exceptionally beautiful. Like, it is beautiful, come on. Like, wow. I have a question for you, loaded player. If you're accepting, of course. Please speak, my child. My name is Kalen. Please refrain from calling me child. I am not one of your blind followers. The real problem lies with your greed. You're noble. You have so much food. Why do you hoard and say we run short? What? If people like you learn to share, well, we'd all be leading happy lives. You're a single man. Yet I seen some inside reports. You hoard enough food to feed dozens. Whew, it's raining. It's raining outside. God, it's a good thing to be inside. My fur would get wet, huh? Funny, inside reports. Wouldn't it be more fitting to share? The supply is there, Lord Player. Your campaign is based on a lie. And why do you have so much food? You don't look that round to me. This is why Lord Valaquez wants the teeth. Teeth? Not on everybody, just the rich. So I don't think you care about our food. For any resources, for that matter, you only care about removing foreigners. So my question is, what is the true reason you seek severance? What gives you the right to say this? You're speaking to your future king. Future king? Don't make me laugh. You're avoiding the question. Where is your proof? Accusations require evidence, Kalen. Something I'm sure you don't have. I laugh at that notion that I'm hoarding, especially enough to feed dozens of people. I know the importance of giving. I would never keep that while others starve. Really? You fooled me. That story you just told to everyone? It was about not sharing and giving. I asked why you seek severance, and you go and get this defensive? Your hatred speaks volumes, Lord Player. There was no need to discriminate here. Everyone deserves food and shelter, not just those native to Terra. I seek severance to be independent. I only want to share amongst our own. I don't want a reputation of charity. I want Terra to thrive on its own. If we keep giving things away, we only give off a bad image of ourselves. Well, even if you did achieve severance, we'd still be full of immigrants. Not only that, but their descendants, too. How does this make you feel? Erg. Simple. We establish a new Terra. Once we are severed, we all be native. Sir, I don't know how to say that. We'd unite as one self-sustaining world. Funny you should bring that up now. Rebranding our entire world? You'd think that would be part of your campaign. Typical politician. Making things up. Turning all the negatives into positives. I'll give you credit, but I'm not fooled. Like how she's wearing a collar. I ask again for proof, child. Fine. Your servant Kaboo has all of it. He provided a peculiar shipping manifest. It should be all that we need to prove this. What? Ooh, cross. And the evidence sustains his claims of hearing immigrants hate speech. A nightly pastime of yours, it seems. I'll let him handle it from here. Kaboo. I confirm all that Kalen said. Kaboo, you traitor! What have I done to deserve this? At first, I thought Player was my friend. I know I'm not from Terra, but he made me feel wanted, like a son. But he started to hate immigrants so much, I realized more that I was only being used. He wanted a cheap servant. And now, recently, he's been hoarding food, creating nothing but an artificial shortage. One he conveniently blame on immigrants. And one that he can use as cover. He conveniently hides his hatred while supporting his campaign for mayor. The problem isn't those coming to Terra, it's the greed of those that live on it. Our immortal king speaks the truth. A teeth on the upper class, yes, then everyone would be fed. Vote for Veliquez's continued reign. You know you speak lies. Why are you doing this, Kaboo? Please look at this shipping manifest. I will place it all here for all to see, that you may know Player's true nature. Remember, he owns a lot of land on Terra. This is but one of the many instances. I'm positive he hoards at his other homes. Forged. The evidence is forged. Do not trust such infantile accusations. It was likely created by Veliquez, or whatever the heck is. Riley, have a word with the people. Ensure they realize Kaboo's deceit. And guards, please detain those 2 men. Well, that was the courtroom on Terra. Now we're at the train station back on Earth. Yay. Cool. We noticed that there are many people standing around. The initial rush must have already been subsided. At least Kyla waited for me. How long was I out? Well, I guess this is it, huh? Kind of pictured a grander entrance, but there's really nobody here. Oh well, I should have expected less. And that way you don't get disappointed. It's better than getting your hopes up. That was a sure odd way of looking at things. Of course, nothing about Kyla was normal. Hey, pull out your phone. We should exchange numbers, just in case. I'll be in touch about the maid cafes. I read up some really cool ones. He pulls out his phone and awaits my information. I pull out the phone out of my pocket and do the same. For a few minutes pass, we exchange your digits. You got Kyla's contact information. Thanks. It was nice to meet you. I'm always glad to meet a new friend. He starts to scurry away. I hope he's a texter. I hate getting phone calls. It seems so weird. Our generation is definitely hooked on text messages. I wonder where I'm supposed to go. Rook never gave me detailed information. I expected he'd be right here when I got off, but I don't see anyone at all, actually. I quickly turn a corner and bump into a helpless woman. Ah, she seems suspicious. Hey, watch where you're going, will you? I step back and immediately apologize. I told her I was just looking for my friend Rook. I explained the fact I'm a foreigner, and... Foreigner? Oh, so am I. But I am no concierge. You should probably tell your friend to meet you in the atrium. She points towards a large open area. I guess that's a good enough landmark. I thank her and start to follow her direction, but before I can get too far, a hand grips on my shoulder. Oh no, could it be that man again? Please just give me some peace and quiet today. No, is that Rook? I don't know. Hey. Are you so lonely that you've taken up talking to yourself? That's weird. I'm extremely relieved. For a moment I thought it might be that man again. But no. This must be Rook. What does it mean by talking to myself? Whatever. I'm glad you're here. The PA speakers mentioned possible delays, and that's not something I can tolerate. We're on a strict schedule. STRICT. He starts typing away on his tablet. Strict. Adjective. Acting in close conformity to requirements or principles. Ever heard of that word before? Wow. And I thought Kylo was a character. Although, I guess I would be a little upset if he was boring. No one likes a stick in the mud. So where's the other one? I was confused. I wasn't quite sure what he meant. I asked him for clarification. The other contest winner, I mean. You were supposed to be together. Wait. What? Ugh. Insufferable. I hate being lied to. Drop the act. Seriously, where is he? I tell him I have no idea what he's talking about. I didn't meet anybody on the train except for Kyla. Wait. Could that mean? No way. Out of the shadows, someone shuffles towards us. Hey, you two. You were watching us? That's exceedingly creepy. What a group. We have ourselves a stalker, and someone who talks to themselves too. I really don't get what he means. I was clearly getting directions from that woman. I wasn't watching you. I was just shy. And hold on a second. You're the other contest winner? He really emphasized the word your. I'm unsure if I should take offense to this or not. Although now I'm glad I didn't break the NDA. Rook would have found out for sure. I guess I should have expected it. Both on the same train, both English speakers. It adds up. Heh. Well, either way, I have to say I'm really glad it's you. I feel like we got along on the train, even if it was only for a few minutes. Can we go to the maid cafe? We can go to the maid cafe for sure now. We'll be spending so much time together. Isn't that cool? I'm ecstatic. Would you like to save your game? So I'm going to stop right here, guys, for this episode. So in the next episode, will we go to a maid cafe? Greater questions lie ahead. Will we ever see that man again? What are we going to figure out about the Ark? And what was the deal about that trial on Terra? Or Teleria? I don't know. So, I'm going to stop right here. Thank you for watching, everyone. And have a possum night.